With Christmas coming up, I wanted to talk about a few games that I think that you should have on your Christmas list that actually are Nintendo Switch first-party games from 2020. Now, you already probably know about the Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Super Mario Odysseys, and games like that that are big that came out in 2017, 18, or 19. But it feels like 2020 might have had like somewhat of a softer year. And so I wanted to talk about some games that are heavy hitters that either some are heavy hitters or some are just straight up gems that just got underrated or maybe passed over or whatever. But I wanted to talk about some games that you should have in your list of Christmas items that you want for your Nintendo Switch. Now, obviously, like I said, we're not talking about any of the old games. These are all games from 2020 because honestly, I feel like you probably have a Switch already, and if you don't have a Switch, you're probably looking to get a Switch and maybe some new games, and so I feel like this list is exactly what you need. So the first game we are going to be talking about is Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Now, yes, this was released on the Wii U, so if you had a Wii U, don't even worry about this game. But honestly, this is a ton of fun. I love just gathering around and playing Pikmin and just having some fun. Honestly, this is a simple game for some relaxed gameplay. It is still an amazing game to play, and honestly, I think it is definitely one, if you have a Nintendo Switch but you missed out on it on the Wii U, you should definitely check it out. I played it back then, so I'm probably not gonna get it for my Switch, but it is an option, and I find that to be a really cool game to pick up. Now, next is one that I think a lot of people probably missed out on and passed, and it was just a shame, and that was Paper Mario Origami King. First off, I absolutely love the Paper Mario series. They're amazing games. They're always a ton of fun to play, and they always look amazing. So I saw this one on the 2020 list, and I obviously picked it up when it came out, and I had a blast with it. It is so much fun. The world is fun and creative, and I love the way that they keep you on the hook of wanting to play it, and the battle system was fun as well. It didn't miss with the battle system. It was at least something that was cool and I guess somewhat kept you in the game, and so I think that is one that you should definitely check out if you missed it. Origami King, Paper Mario Origami King is a great looking game, so if you are liking those kind of games, you should definitely pick that up. The next game is going to be the best game that I think that Nintendo released in 2020, and that is Animal Crossing. Now, Animal Crossing New Horizons is the new Switch game. However, there was a bunch of these on other systems, older systems. So for me, I just didn't play this version, but seeing my wife play it and seeing everyone else talk about it and all the cool aspects of it and the creativity about it, I definitely think this is a perfect game for anyone, especially during 2020 with COVID. I felt like this dropped perfectly for that, because when people were stuck at home and wanting to play more video games, Animal Crossing came out and it just blew up. Everyone was talking about it, everyone was playing it, everyone was going to everyone else's island, and so I feel like if you missed out on this game, you missed out on the biggest release of the year from Nintendo, at least for a first-party game. And so I think you should definitely add this to your Christmas list because, like, seriously, you don't want to miss out, do you? Next is actually the newest game on this list, and that is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which, to give you a little bit of backstory, these warrior games are amazing. They're so much fun that you can sit back, relax, and play them and kind of just beat the crap out of the players, all of them, and just have some fun, get some combos going. I really enjoy these games because you don't have to think too much to play them, but they are still a ton of fun. You can sit back, relax, and it's just an enjoyable game. However, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is another level to that because it is like the 100 years prior to Breath of the Wild, which is actually quite amazing. A lot of people say this is a new Zelda game, and I don't hold it to that. I don't think it is a mainline story. I think it is a side game, which is okay. I'm not complaining about that. But it is a backstory, so I think this game is pretty cool and definitely worth picking up. If you like Hyrule Warriors, the one that came out on the Wii U, or if you like warrior games and you like Zelda, I definitely think this is a game to get. Now, for me, Zelda Breath of the Wild was the best game on the Switch, and so this game coming out, giving some context to that, bringing on some new things, I think is amazing. It's a good way for Nintendo to say, here's a Zelda game to kind of tide over the Zelda fans and hold them on to it until the next Zelda game comes out, which hopefully is soon, I don't know, but I would love that. And the last game on this list for you guys is Super Mario 3D AllStars. Now this is a weird game, and I say you have to have this one on your Christmas list because this game is actually going to stop being for sale at the end of March, I believe, in 2021. So this is a very limited. Now they talked about it a month before it released, and then in October they dropped it, and it was really a quick game to drop. They talked about it, then they're like, by the way, this is releasing soon, and I thought it was amazing. Now, a lot of people had problems with this because it has Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, but they didn't really update the game as much, and people were complaining about that. However, for me, I think that's perfectly okay. I think it is okay to not update these because they are retro games. I'm not going to play these expecting the best graphics. I'm wanting to play these and thinking of the nostalgia from when I played them when I was a kid, and plus these are good games. They are amazing games actually, and they transcend time, I feel like, because of how good they are. So if the graphics are still old like the Nintendo 64 version, or the camera angles are a little weird because of when it was designed, I'm okay with that because it keeps the feel and the nostalgia and maybe just keeps the game together and makes it feel like what that game actually was, instead of remastering it and giving us something that is pseudo the old game but pseudo new. I think the way that they did it is fine. So I definitely have been having fun with this. I've been actually playing through Super Mario 64 and just having a blast with it. So I think this is a game you have to have. Don't miss out on it because once that March 31st date comes and goes, you will miss out on it. So that's why I think you should put that on your Christmas list this year. Okay, so those were my games that I thought that would be great. These are games that are kind of a bunch of different genres, but I feel like they brought together in the Nintendo Switch in 2020. Now, they were scattered around the year. We didn't get huge games like every 2 months or anything like that, but we did get some solid games that I feel like were totally well worth it. So I want to know what you think. What games are you putting in your Christmas list this year, 2020? So comment down below and let me know what games you are playing or wanting to get for Christmas. So I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you know when I post more videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and occasionally on Friday, depending on when I would do stuff and other stuff like that. But I want to say thank you so much for watching one more time, and make sure you have a good day.